In this video, we are going to go over how to catch La Mostrenca, the legendary Camiso barbel in Spain. As you can see, she is 52 pounds. And let's take a look at her traits. She only has one, and it's a very important one called deep speech. And what it is at night, she goes to the surface. It says swim around and emits a deep gurgling noise. So the first part about that, swim around. I've never seen her move. She comes to the surface and sits perfectly still, which is great for finding her. And then the second part is very important, emits a deep gurgling noise. That really helps you locate where she's at. So let's look at her bait and lure preferences. The first four you're going to want to use on a float. Her range is 2 to 4/0. The only real difference between those is what else will you catch instead. I'm going to recommend 4/0 because you're probably only going to catch her. And that really rules out doe, redworm, and hot dog because they top out at either a 1 or a 2 hook size. So that leaves you with cheese for float. And even at 2/0, while fishing for her, I have caught gold Camiso barbels. They tend to be in the same place as she is. So that's the reason to stick to that 4/0. The last two on the list, the boilies and the pellets, are bottom rig or feeder rod options. Both work fine, and we'll go to the 4/0. So let's take a look at gear setup. I have Power Nexus on here. If you are not level 100, let me show you something that is where you get that. So let's take a look at the souvenir shop and the equipment. Do not sleep on this Def Nexus. You only need 500 reputation points on any map, and you can buy it. You see it's 33 pounds and extra heavy, so it's the strongest, easiest to get float option. So it is a match rod, meaning you cannot switch it over to bait casting. However, it works great for this option. So that's something to think about if you don't have the Power Nexus. However, otherwise you can use your best spinning rod, and that may be this one here, 28 pounds. It's going to be a tough fight, but it's certainly doable. Otherwise, use a feeder rod, bottom rig. You're going to want to do that during the day. So it's float at night. She's on the surface from 1900 to 0600. She's down low in between 0600 and 1900. Certainly you can use graduation, much easier fight. And then if you do have 500 points in Spain, don't forget about the best feeder rod in the game, Cetro del Rey. Alright, that's your gear setup. You're going to want to use that cheese option because of the size limitation, most likely. Now, you've got your gear set up. You want to go find her. How do you know where she's going to be? Well, with gurgles, you can certainly search around in the known locations if you know that it's the right one. Or you can go to my YouTube page, and I post them there on Wednesday nights. So Wednesday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern United States time, the legendary fish rotate, and a new set comes out, one for each map. And folks will go out and search the maps until they find them. And the first place that they are typically posted is the trophy gallery within the official Angler Discord. I put the link for that Discord in the description for this video. If you're not part of that community, it's a fantastic community where folks answer questions and help each other. And these two guys, I should just mute them. They love to talk in the background. Fortunately, I had them down low. But join that Discord. Search the trophy gallery after 10 o'clock. Usually takes, sometimes we find them real fast, sometimes it takes a while, and you will see them in there. So once you have them, of course, you're going to want to go to the location and use your gear and use your technique, and I'll go over that next. How do I find La Mostrenca once I know where she was caught? So I have the general location marker here on my map, and I like to do a north, south, east, west grid pattern. So I happen to start with south, and I put a marker on the map in this zone. So she could be anywhere out in a generally large zone. And it doesn't help to do this in multiplayer because where one person's is may not be where yours is. So yours could be way over here and someone else's could be way over here. So don't pull up into someone else's boat if you do this in multiplayer and they catch it. It's really counterproductive. It doesn't help you at all. So as you can see, I went down to the marker that gives me an idea of where to take my boat. And I hear the gurgling. So it's really important that you stop and take out your rod. Don't try driving around and listening. Unless you're right on top of her, you're not going to hear the noise. So the really cool thing about this legend is the sound is dynamic. And what I mean by that is I can turn far to the right and now I only hear it in my left ear. I'm going to move a little bit more. And pretty soon I can hear it. Now let me go the other way. And now I can only hear it in my right ear. She's going to be in the middle. And so we're going to move forward until that gets louder. I'm just going to stop every so often. It's louder. Okay, so I've lost the directional now, which means we're pretty darn close. When you get close enough, you can no longer detect the left-right directional. And that looks like her right there on the surface, actually. You can see her swimming on the right. And I am going to just cast a little past her so I don't spook her. And then I'm going to drag it up to her nose. Yeah, oh, whoops. That wasn't good. Well, we'll try quick cast. There we go. And there you can see her well in the zoom. It takes about 30 to 60 seconds for her to react to that bait. So if you didn't find her visually, then what you want to do is try north, south, east, west around your boat when you've got the large gurgling sound. There she goes. She does nibble, of course. And let's see if we can catch it quick. So there it is. 6-second catch. I was using Power Nexus to level 100. It's not going to be as quick if you're not using that gear, but you can see that is how you want to find and detect La Mostrenca. If that video helps you catch her, if this video helps you catch her and you enjoy it, please leave a like and remember to subscribe to the channel. Happy fishing. Have a good one.